Hello guys, welcome to your 15th Java tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you about methods. I'm going to be giving you a deeper look on methods and some more information on static, which is pretty cool. Some of my friends actually wanted me to tell this, so here, here this goes to them. So static methods, static fields, and the class math. It's very important. uh, Now math is a class which allows you to perform several operations such as square root, raising something to the power of something, cos theta, sin theta, those things that you do in school, those can be also be done here. Logarithms, maximum, minimum, etc, etc. So these are a lot of the math is actually a class. So to use those functions by object oriented programming concepts, you must create an object of that class and then access the methods of that class through that object. Now that would require a lot of programming lines. Although you may not know what is an object right now, well, let me give the definition to you. An object is an instance of a class. Okay, for example, public class, this is the class. So to create an object, I just type test object1, something similar like this. That is how it happens in C++, but now here we have to type ob test object1 equal to new test object. This is how you create an object. And then for example, there are methods in this class, so I would have to type ob1 dot method name, where method name is the name of our method. Okay, so this would require a couple of lines extra. So another way to do this is to make the class static. So I could write static here, and this would uh, make the class static. But you can also make the method static as well, such as static double, uh, double, this double, double. So this would double a number, or multiply it by 2. This is what the method would do. So you have to make it static. Now remember, an important thing about this static is that uh, this method can be called without creating an object of it. So the math class, in the math class you can type math dot sqrt, square root. So these are a lot of functions in this which are all static, and you can use them without creating the object. Dot parseint is also a great example. So these are great examples. It is quite a you need to be a genius to come up with this kind of stuff. But so let me just show you an example that will use a static method. Okay, I think I may have used it in the previous program, but this time hopefully you know what I was happening right now. So as always, I create a scanner, input equal to new scanner. I'm creating a scanner object. So this time you know what an object is. SCANNER. Okay, I need to import the class to actually use it. Now you may think why I did not need to import the math class. Well, the thing is that whenever a Java program is executed, the java.lang class is automatically imported, which contains the math class. Okay, so system.out.println, enter three numbers, int a equal to input dot next int b equal to input dot next int c equal to input dot next int. So we have got three numbers here. Now we want to find what the maximum of the these three number is. So what I will do is just system.out.println the greatest of the three numbers entered is greatest A, B, C. Now here, as you can see, this is giving an error, so I just click on create method and everything just happens automatically, which is very awesome, I must say. I just wanted to change this to public to avoid problems. So I just create an integer maximum, and I will be returning the maximum value here. And so I set maximum equal to A. I assume that A is the greatest number, and if A is greater than B, B greater than A, maximum equal to B. If C is greater than B, maximum equal to C. Okay, maximum. So I just need to change this data type here to int, so this error will be removed. This auto-generated thing thought of this as that it will return a string value, but it actually returns an integer value. It's very important that we know that. So let me just explain the logic to you. If now if C is greater than, let me see. Okay, now C is greater than maximum, B is greater than maximum. This will be much more easier to explain. So let me just first run it and check if this works actually. So I enter 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and click on enter, press enter, and the greatest of the three numbers entered is 3. It's unusual how Java is so slow. So anyway, let's forget about that, how slow Java is. Let's not get into that. Okay, so what I did was just import the class scanner, public class test, public static void main string args, created a new scanner object, remember this, and I just printed the three numbers, inputted the three numbers, system.out.println the greatest of the three numbers entered is this, and this is the function that we called here, this part that I've highlighted here. So when I wrote this, I got an error, so I clicked on it, create the method, so this got auto generated. I changed this to public and static int, public static int greatest int A, int B, int C. So I assumed that the maximum number is A, so if B is greater than the maximum number, then the maximum number is B. Now if C is greater than the maximum number, then the maximum number is C. And if so, this is essentially the logic, and then you return the maximum number here, which gets printed out on the screen like here. Now remember, I did not create an object of the class. Now if I just remove static here, let's see what happens. There are errors, but I still proceed, and there are some problems here, compilation problems or whatever. So what this says here, change modifier of greatest to static. Now if I don't want to do that, what I do is test object1 equal to new test, and I write here ob1 dot greatest. There we go. So this is how we will run it. Enter three numbers, 1 2 3. Greatest of the three numbers entered is 3. So this is how it works without the static. Now if you want without the static, now if you want it with the static, let's see. With, actually I don't know what will happen right now. I have never seen this situation. Let's see what happens. So it worked. 1 2 3. Greatest of the three numbers entered is 3. So here essentially what the problem is, change access to test, remove static. So test should be accessed in a static way. Here it is not being accessed in a static way, but somehow the compiler is making the job, making it work for us. Thank you, Eclipse. And anyway, so thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned.